Hello and welcome back to Hearthstone. My name's Lumin and right now I've got some big news for all the Hearthstone fans and players out there. Blizzard have finally officially announced Adventure Mode. Today at PAX East, they unveiled the Curse of Naxxramas, a Hearthstone adventure. I'm not even joking. I did not see this coming. I mean, they were teasing throughout this week, but I didn't think it could actually be. So there's a blog post up on the official site and we're going to just go through it quickly because there's a lot of really cool information here. They show off a couple of amazingly fun looking cards, a new game board and much more. Let's have a look. You can follow on your screens right now if you'd like or just listen and enjoy. Hearthstone's highly anticipated single-player adventure mode has officially been announced today at PAX East. Curse of Naxxramas, a Hearthstone adventure. The ancient necropolis, Naxxramas, a base of operations for the powerful Lich Kalthuzad and his plague-bearing undead host, comes to Hearthstone in a single-player PvE adventure that anyone can undertake. Progress through one of the 5 unique wings of the dungeon and gain new cards for your Hearthstone collection by defeating the iconic bosses that you'll face along the way. The oversized arachnid Mexna? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. It could be Maexna. The fungal horror Lotheb and the shambling abomination Patchwork are just a few of the horrors that await your challenge. Each boss has their own unique cards and hero powers at their disposal to challenge even the most seasoned card-slinging adventurers. So, think the tutorial of the game, except it'll actually be difficult. It won't kind of funnel you into victory, and there's going to be 5 wings. Also, it's a much more exciting setting. Naxxramas. Then, new cards. Progressing through the Curse of Naxxramas and overcoming the challenges that lurk within will reward you with all new Hearthstone cards. Once you earn these cards, you can start playing them in your decks right away. So that means that the second you unlock them, you can toss them in your deck and play ranked play with these brand new cards. That sounds amazing. A total of 30 new cards will be added with Curse of Naxxramas. Check out a few of the shambling creatures of the undead that are just dying to be a part of your collection below. Then, we've got the Undertaker. 1 mana, whenever you summon a minion with Death Rattle, gain 1/1. It's got 1 attack and 2 health. That's ridiculous. Imagine that turn 1 play with a coin, an Undertaker with a Leponome. Isn't that a little bit too good? If you think about that for a second, if you could follow it up with another Death Rattle, then by turn 2, this dude right here, the Undertaker, could be a 3/4 minion. Madness. Shade of Naxxramas. 3 mana, 2 attack, 2 health, and this is the most ridiculous card I've ever seen. But it does look like a lot of fun. It's an epic. The previous one was a common card, but the Shade of Naxxramas has stealth, and at the start of your turn, you gain +1/+1 on it. What? You know, it costs 3, so you can't like play it on turn 1 or whatever, and it starts off as a 2/2. I guess most classes will, by turn 2 or 3, have some method of dealing with that, but what if you don't draw your AoE? That could be problematic. Then, Nerubian Egg, 2 mana, 0/2. When it dies, the Death Rattle is summon a 4/4 Nerubian. As a priest, that makes me kind of sad and it frightens me because it's a 4/4 that it summons. I'm gonna have to start playing Silence when this comes out to get rid of these Death Rattles. Then there's Dancing Swords for 3 mana, a 4/4. Death Rattle, your opponent draws a card. Another 4/4. That's... wow. Then a legendary that they're showing off, Baron Rivendare. It's a 4 mana card, which is kind of cool. I like slightly cheaper legendaries. Your minions trigger their Death Rattles twice. So, that's kind of ridiculous. If you have something like the Nerubian Egg out, it'll summon 2 4/4 Nerubians if it dies. So there'll be some pretty sick combos involved. And I imagine that druids with Soul of the Forest will feel right at home. So, that aside, let's move on. Peer into the Plague Quarter. One of the bosses you'll be pitted against within the Plague Quarter is the devious Plague Cauldron Master, Hagen the Unclean. I remember that boss from Naxxramas. I remember most of the bosses from Naxxramas, but most of the times I did it was with pickup groups. Anyway, his eruption spell will put your minions' dancing skills to the test. Huh. That's such an interesting idea. Look at eruption. Hero power, deal 2 damage to the leftmost enemy minion. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And Mind Apocalypse will make you think you've got the upper hand. Speaking of hands, Hagen definitely never washes his. Gross. What the heck? Mind Apocalypse is 2 mana. Both players draw 2 cards and gain a mana crystal. So, I don't know. That's very interesting. And I'm assuming just he can use that. Because it would be a little bit ridiculous if, you know, anyone could. Defeating Hagen will net you a brand new card to add to your collection. I hope it's not Mind Apocalypse. And the completion of each wing will reward you with a guaranteed new legendary card. A guaranteed legendary. Huh? I mean, really? That sounds too good to be true. So, at the end of it, you'll have 5 new legendary cards? That sounds good, doesn't it? Now, I'm not sure if they're going to mention it here. They might. Yes, they do. Further down. Okay, so we're going to go through it as they intended on going through it. The new game board. The Curse of Naxxramas will have its own unique game board Hearthstone players will battle on while they're in the adventure, complete with brand new interactive corners. What could possibly lurk within that quivering mass of eggs? Do you really want to find out? I'd love to. It looks great. The colors, they look absolutely amazing. I hope there's a lot to do on it. I really do. Also, you can see another one of the opposing heroes in there with a hero ability that costs 4, which is kind of interesting, and armor on it, which is also interesting. I like it. I really like it. Then, moving on. Test your might with class challenges. On top of all of that, 9 unique class challenges lie in wait within the Curse of Naxxramas. These challenges put a difficult twist on existing encounters within the adventure and will put your Hearthstone skills with a specific class to the test. If you're able to overcome the class challenges that face you, you'll be rewarded with new class-specific cards to add to your collection. So, all I really want from this is a priest card to deal with 4 attack minions. That's all I want. That is absolutely all I want. And there's a wallpaper that you can equip to your desktop right away. Looks pretty good. I kinda like it. I'm guessing those are all the heroes that you're going to be facing off against. I like how Stitches has some Hearthstone cards stitched to him. It's kind of cool, isn't it? It's a very jolly looking wallpaper, given the grim nature of Naxxramas. Anyway, Curse of Naxxramas will open its gates to challenge Hearthstone players over the course of 5 weeks, opening wing by wing. Now, I don't know if it says it here, but they did say that they plan on releasing this in summer in the US. So that's in June, July, August, if I'm not mistaken. That's when they'll start, and it'll release over a month and a week, over 5 weeks, which is kind of cool. I think it's really cool to slowly inject the cards into circulation instead of just tossing them all out there right away. It's a good way of doing it. It also gives people time to get all of them. So that's good. I like it. The first wing of Curse of Naxxramas, the Arachnid Quarter, will be available free for all Hearthstone players. If players wish to venture further into Naxxramas to collect all the new cards for their collection, each wing besides the Arachnid Quarter can be purchased with in-game gold or real money. I'm hoping that they allow us to buy the game board as well, because I want to play on that. I want to play that in the ranked mode, in arena, all over the place, not just in the adventure mode. That would be great. As each wing is released, the cards available in each wing will also show up in your arena picks, even if you've not earned them for your personal collection yet. That's great. Good news for arena players. Then finally, we hope that you enjoyed this first look into the Curse of Naxxramas, a Hearthstone adventure. Curse of Naxxramas is planned to release simultaneously for PC, Mac, and iPad. A release date will be announced at a later time. It's like a dream come true. Seriously, I've been playing so much Hearthstone recently, so I'm like 100% into it, and this just makes me happy. All sorts of happy. So you guys better let me know what your favorite part of this announcement was. I mean, I can tell you immediately what my least favorite is. The Nerubian egg that summons a 4/4 Nerubian, and the Dancing Swords that are also a 4/4. My favorite? Potential new priest cards. Potential new combinations to try out and use. I'm thinking a Shadow Priest would be kind of fun come this expansion of sorts. It's gonna be great. The possibilities are endless. Just 30 new cards will make a world of difference. Obviously, you're gonna be seeing only those 30 cards for an extended period of time before people start mixing it up more, but that's great. And I'm hoping it's not 30 new cards as in an entire deck. I'm hoping that people won't just take those 30, throw them into a deck, and be like, okay, cool, here we go. Hoping it's more variety. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. But let me know what you think. I am, once again, as I've said multiple times, so excited. It's just great. So check back here soon for more news relating to Curse of Naxxramas, a Hearthstone Adventure. And I guess you could also let me know what you think they could do for potential future adventures. Because if this is the way they're rolling with it, maybe they're gonna do the other raid instances in the game. Just imagine. You know what I'd like to see is Karazhan. That was my all-time favorite. That'd be so cool. Just imagine for a second. Okay, I'm done. Again, check back soon for more. Give this video a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy Curse of Naxxramas. Happy new cards. Happy new legendaries. Happy new game board. Happy that.